I hate selling games from my collection. Sure, it happens from time to time, but I like to think of my collection as a library of the moments of my life. You know that scene in High Fidelity where Rob rearranges those records in autobiographical order? I'm one painful breakup away from doing that myself. So it breaks me up when a game disappoints me so much that I can't bear to look at it and think, I spent money on that. I paid full retail for Guilty Gear Isuka on the PS2 and sold it back within a month because it was that bad. This PC copy, on the other hand, was 1 cent on a Humble Bundle, just so I could do this video and rant about how stupid this idea was. This idea is a 4-player 2D fighting game. Puzzle that one out for a second or two, I double dog dare ya. So by eschewing the story mode, or for that matter, any reasonable arcade mode from Guilty Gear X2 Sharp Reload, Isuka, which has something to do with a bird I can't really remember because my hate blinds me so, goes its own way and tries to be a party fighting game in the vein of, I have no idea what, Smash Brothers? There are 2 planes to fight on, maybe it's Fatal Fury? In any event, they've basically opened up the Guilty Gear experience and not changed any of the mechanics, which is about 90% of this game's problem. 2D fighters don't work like this. I mean, Mortal Kombat might be able to pull it off because it doesn't quite conform to the mechanics of the genre like Guilty Gear did. But when you've got enemies on both sides of you, which way do you hold the block? What does quarter circle forward even mean in that circumstance? The answer is, you have a turn button. I'll repeat that because it bears repeating. You have a button to turn, which is alright when you're competing against another human who's fallible and might not be able to keep up. But when you're against CPU opponents, and as this is kind of a crappy port of the PS2 version, it doesn't include online multiplayer either, you're stuck trying to manage your facing in the middle of the fast and frenzied action that Guilty Gear is known for. And as you can probably guess, it just doesn't work at all. Never mind that you've got characters enjoying invincibility during flashier moves that never before had to consider, getting knocked out of that animation. So in the majority of cases, they just don't care at all. You land Potemkin's anti-air command grab or Axel's Rashosen, and they'll just stand there, pulling off the attack, impervious to anything else that's going on screen. It just doesn't work. Also included in Guilty Gear Isuka is an early build of the side-scrolling brawler that would eventually be known as Guilty Gear Judgment once it made its way to the PSP. As you can see in one of my earlier reviews for CGR Undertow, I found Judgment to be fairly engaging and a fun experience all told. It's because they refined the controls from this stinkball burger. Honestly, between the difficulty in moving and the standard you're not on the right plane to make contact issue of the side-scrolling beat-em-up, the boost mode is almost completely unplayable. Rounding out the experience is, honestly, one of the better ideas in the Robo-ky Mark II factory, where you can use the points you earn in boost mode to purchase new attacks and techniques and traits for this version's Robo-ky. If, you can tolerate the boost mode that long. I'd stick around and complain even more, but honestly, let this one just fall off the face of the earth. Bury it next to all the copies of Dust Strikers in a New Mexico landfill for all I care, because it's tough to redeem this misstep in one of the better fighting game series. Sure, the graphics are still pretty and the soundtrack's amazing. They even added a whole new character in ABBA. Let's just say that I'm warming back up in anticipation of Guilty Gear Xrd, and this game is not going to be anywhere near the festivities. I suppose this is where Darrow could make some horrible, strange pun like, I sucka? More like you sucka! Am I right?
もっと攻めてよ。まだ燃え切らないの。
Ego wins!